ìgbéde lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà àwa gangan ni bàbá Koikimedia. 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 Ìgbéde wọn lọ́jọ́ tí yóò dọ̀fẹ́. They never sabi wetin we carry for her. Until they go closer before they go sabi. I said they never know wetin we carry for body. Until they go closer before they go sabi. Ọ̀gbìn lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, èèyàn ló ló lọ jù. Ẹyẹ tó lọ ní kòtò sí àdó ọgbẹ́gbẹ́ lẹ́nu. Kàṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. Kàṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa. Kàjùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ káde gbójú àga. Olúwa tó máa lè gbé wá. Ọmọ òdìdí wá sí kiri. Ẹ̀dídé fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀. Kálejò jùmọ̀ gbé. Ilẹ̀ ilé rí. Àwa lẹ́ka ògo ilẹ̀ wa. Kàṣiṣẹ́ kàdéjọ́ gbàdé. Kàdé adé adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni mọ̀jẹ̀ tí yóò dán káàkiri. Koikimedia, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ. Ẹ̀tọ́ tó gbójú owó ìwà mọ̀lẹ́. Kásá. Ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà kájé gbúgbà yín jẹ. Ẹ̀tọ́ tó gbójú owó ìwà mọ̀lẹ́. À ń gbé tó lárugẹ, à ń gbàgbà lárugẹ. Ẹ̀tọ́ tó gbójú owó ìwà mọ̀lẹ́. News and sports, ẹ máa rí gbọ́. Ẹ̀tọ́ tó gbójú owó ìwà mọ̀lẹ́. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ọlọ́rọ̀ ni ló ní kí n máa gé dandan. Koikimedia ọ̀rọ̀ lágbàgbé náà ni máa bá ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà ẹ̀. Àwùjádùn rẹ̀, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ọlọ́rọ̀ ni ṣé ìlú ọmọ mi dìbò ọ̀bẹ máa lọ. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé máa dé máa dé. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ máa wọ̀ máa wọ̀. Igbó máa wọ̀ kájọ́jì gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀ á tẹ̀lé yẹ bọ́ra. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ náwó òyìnbó tó dé. Ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́kun pọ̀ sí o. Koikimedia sáwà ní bàbá.
What do you want to take?
Àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ jẹ́ ká jọgbọ́.
Yeah, what do you want to take?
Àmújàfẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn. Ikú tún ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀. We bring you up closer to your doorstep. Àjẹjẹ tó ń fẹ́ òun tó kàn yòókù lára ni. Àgbèrè délé, Olódùmarè ló fún wa dé. Gbogbo ayé ẹ̀gbọ́n, àwa ni bàbá o. Ẹ máa ń bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o. Òdúdúwà la gbé dání, òtítọ́ la gbé dání. Àbí sọ̀dálẹ̀, àbí sórí kìíta. Àgbọ̀kan, àgbọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ kéde. Koikimedia will bring you up closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia is around to the most latest. Is around to the most latest. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kábẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́ sí ẹ̀kọ́ ìdókòwò. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kábẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́ sí ẹ̀kọ́ ìdókòwò. Koikimedia is around to the most latest. Is around to give us latest. It's around the
Because of fuel has gone up, food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses are struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not. Hey!
Koikimedia is around to give us latest. It's around
Lipton tea leléyìí kó ní ìyàwó mi kí n lọ pàdé Lipton. Kìí ẹni tó gbé kan wá fún wa láti location 419 ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Lipton tea. Gbogbo lọ sí ilé Lipton tea. Wọ́n ta Lipton tea ní London now. You want milk? Okay. Yeah, I'm making tea for you. You want milk?
It's around to give us latest.
Wọ́n sọ kí láǹkan sọ lórí ẹgbẹ́.
It's around to give us latest.
This state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state because it's all the riverine state of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movement. They cover them.
All right. Now we're
Depending on the armed forces to stop the killings.
We all die one by one.
You will all die one by one.
So now I think we're good to go. Moki must be Moki will go into darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní gbogbo platforms. Could you reduce that TV, please? Okay, gbogbo wa pé ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́, and welcome to this beautiful Friday. Ilẹ̀ ti ṣú gan ní London. It's already almost dark. Quite a lot I want to discuss tonight, so let's record as we do. Fanfana àwọn tí wọ́n ní internet láti gbọ́ wa, so we record as well. I think I should use this phone for recording. So I might put this one off so that I might interrupt you. So let's make our recording. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. It is Friday the 24th of January 2025. Moki Bubua, Moki Professor Adebanji Akitoye. And then next month is the burial of the wife of Professor Akitoye. The wife will finally be given a befitting burial in Ekiti State in the next month. I spoke to one of the committee that is behind the event, and they're putting everything in place. But any Tobani group or Tobani different area TFF supports one directly. Teba reach out to me. We can connect you with the committee that are running the affair. I am not the committee member, but I am privileged to know that there is still a lot of work to one need to sort out. So that's all I can say. I know we have different groups and different people that are working. I'm sure you know that it's going to be a lot of people that they will be expecting. But details will be given as time goes on. But almost next month, 27th, 28th, if my details is right, she will be buried, God's willing, next month. Mrs. Julia Akitoye, that died last year, 2024, on Christmas Day. That is the wife of the leader of the Yoruba self-determination movement. She will finally be buried. And we pray that our Creator and the gods of Yoruba land will be with Baba Kitoye and the family that she left behind. I was privileged to see her, or meet with her rather, in 2021 nígbà tí mo lọ sí Nigeria. Many times I visit Ife, Ile Ife, láti lọ rí Baba. She's always with Baba, and she was a very intelligent woman. But she spent a good life, especially for the topic mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, tó dá lórí education tonight. Ìyá gbé ìgbé ayé tó dá when it comes to when they were in their own early stage of life. They were privileged to have a well-standard education compared to many Yoruba places across Yoruba land that doesn't have a standard education. Bí bàbá ṣe sọ fún wa pé àwọn àti mọ́mì lọ́jọ́ ṣe tán ní University of Ibadan. Imagine what that would have looked like back in the days. Nígbà táwọn kàwé, when that education was a top notch. Most of the education that we have today, even the private school, is not as standard. So, what font? Okay, for many few seconds, can you more details? So let's push that straight to Facebook. I think I have the details of the burial. So let me send that so I can be able to read properly. Yep, it's posted. Yep, it's delivered. Am I binu? So let me now come to my Twitter handle where I've just shared the details of the burial. Fanfane iti about plant befe attend celebration of life. We're still going to run a proper program, but program tí mo fẹ́ ṣe lálẹ́ tó jẹ́ 24th January 2025 tó dá lórí education nígbà tí ìyá wa Mrs. Julia Akitoye nígbà táwọn ń kàwé tí ìjọba ọjọ́ náà lọ́hùn wọ́n rí kà wọ́n dẹ̀ rí ṣe wọ́n ṣàṣeyọrí lórí ẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá lénìí unfortunately lè rí àṣeyọrí nínú education is not a course, it's just a reality. Lè rí àṣeyọrí because those that are running our education sector failed every one of us, including me and you. Not everybody will be prevailed. And I really mean that. To have the quality of education that my children are enjoying. Not everybody. At least, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lady. There are millions and millions of parents tó ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí tó ń wù wọ́n pé káwọn tí ọmọ wọn náà lọ síléèwé but wọ́n lè afford it, not even the public school, and that means that it's a privilege pé àwọn ìyá wa yìí láǹfààní láti jẹ nínú ntí bàbá wó lọ́wọ́ tó ṣe kalẹ̀ tó fi lè dé stage in their life pẹ̀lú bàbá Akitoye and many of their sets like that during the Western region when education was a big priority. I'm going to omit certain things when I'm reading this. I don't want you to see it. This was given to me from my school or the school that my children attend. So I will not give all the details, but there are things that I'm going to share with us that makes me feel emotion about education in Yoruba land. If we remain in Nigeria even longer than what it should be, most of the children that are in Europe, àwọn ọmọ yóò nílé bá wọn nílé compete pẹ̀lú wọn. They will be very, very far behind. And that is the reason why I am a little bit worried and concerned. And in TMA ni pé àwọn cousins wọn tó wà ní Nigeria tí wọ́n jẹ́ àwọn brother tèmi àbí sisters mi yàtọ̀ sí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí gbogbo wa jẹ́ family kan, tí àwọn ọmọ tí wọn ò bá lè lọ sí school táwọn ọmọ tèmi náà ń gbádùn nílùú yìí, probability wà pé wọ́n máa níra wọn sínú lọ́jọ́ iwájú, nítorí pé by the time táwọn ilé bá máa fi parí education system wọn nílùú yìí tí wọ́n lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ títí dé university títí débi tí wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ life wọn táwa máa padà sẹ́yìn tákọ̀ máa fi àdúrà tì wọ́n lẹ́yìn gẹ́gẹ́ bí òbí, which many àwọn parents kankan ṣe nísìn. I'm sure pé nídìílé tẹ̀yìn kankan náà tẹ́ wà labroad, I'm sure there are frictions between àwọn family member yín tó wà ní Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ tí yín tó wà níta when it comes to education level. And if you're not worried and concerned, I am worried, because what is going to happen is that àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ní access sí almost everything pẹ̀lú ọmọ tí kò ní access, even though pé àwọn ọmọ tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí, they are not dull, they are as much intelligent pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ tó wà níbí báyìí, torí pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan náà ló ń run lára gbogbo wa, but kò sí system tó lè support àwọn ọmọ yẹn kí wọ́n lè wà nourished láti lè cope with the world of today. And what is going to happen is that táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dàgbà, tó bá láǹfààní pé wọ́n lọlé, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí àwọn tó wà nílé àtàwọn tó wà níbí báyìí class wọn máa change. Lóòótọ́, most of us are family members, but àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní abroad tó bá délé, level wọn ó máa supersede àwọn tó wà nílé, even though age mate ní gbogbo wọn. Irú àwọn tèmi àti wọn jọ lọ sí school nísìn, some of them are doing very well, ẹ má get me wrong. In Nigeria, they're doing extremely well, brilliant job. Irú Edgar wa nísìn kò gbé ní abroad, tó bá wá London ó máa ń dé, ó máa wá sọ́dọ̀ mi, kò ń ṣe pé ó ń gbé bíbá yìí o, òde síbẹ̀ ó máa wá jẹun, á wá á pè mí, ìyàwó mi á dáná. Tèmi náà bá lọ Nàìjíríà máa ń lọ lé ẹ̀, ọkọ ẹ̀ wà ń lé. She's a brilliant lawyer and she's doing fantastically well, wealthy. And it's because in as much as secondary school àtijọ́ pàdé, which was a public secondary school, Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School, but 95 títí di wákàtí, things have deteriorated rapidly. Within the last 20 years, education has dropped down in the public school. And that means that inferior complex ó máa ń mú àwọn tájọ jẹ́ age mate tí gbogbo wa bá pàdé nílé, especially irú Abẹ́òkúta Grammar School ní sanwó fẹ́ ṣe kankan ní July tó máa ń ṣe ní every year. Wọ́n tẹ̀sán mẹ́sẹ̀ sí mi kí èmi náà wá dáwó, mo dá wọn lóhùn. Kàkà kí n dáwó síbẹ̀ nísìn, màá involve owó mi sínú movement, torí problem tèmi kọ́ ni pé ká lọ tún school ṣe. Gbogbo yẹn gbà tí mo ní làákàyè ni. Nísìn tí mo ti ní làákàyè, mo ní fowó mi sílẹ̀ pé kó fi tún school kankan ṣe. Let's bring it down and let the Yoruba government deal with the schools. But mo mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ṣì ń dáwó bẹ́ẹ̀, tẹ̀mánẹ́yìn former students, ẹ ṣe blackboard, ẹ ṣe toilet, ẹ ṣe this. There's nothing wrong in that, it's good. But for how long la máa ṣe yẹn? Níbi tí a ní resources tẹ́ kọ́ máa fi ṣe gbogbo kinní yẹn láti fi jẹ́ kí education system wa kó ṣiṣẹ́. But yet, wọ́n mọ̀ jẹ́ pé àwa ta kúrò ní school yẹn, especially àwa ta wà níta pẹ̀lú àwọn tó wà nílé o, ẹ má get me wrong, many people are not travel, they are doing very well and they are not into politics. But the percentage is very low. Mo rẹ̀ ti sorry, and I repeat it, and I'm sure most of you also know that. But I think the first time I was looking at Amantajolosi school, I was thinking maybe they were sick. But when I realized they were sick, but condition Nigeria ló jẹ́ kó look like that. So that means pé standard tèmi gbé lọ́lé àti standard tí wọn ó low. Even though some of them were brilliant than me when I was in secondary school. But for the fact pé mi ti kúrò ní Nigeria, but tí ma fi padà lọ after many years, kò ṣe pé mo lówó kan níbí báyìí, but my level of awareness and conscious of things ó ti yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó wà nílé. So we are seeing things differently. Kote to deeper bere movement. I'm talking about 2015. So what I'm about to talk tonight, into my face sorry, lórí lálẹ́. Ìyá wa Julie Olúbùsọ́lá Akíntóyè tí mo sì fi ń ṣe reference point. Àwọn láǹfààní àti jẹ education tó dáa. And for her to have also been the secretary, if I'm right, of Action Group, bí bàbá ṣe sọ fún mi nígbà yẹn, bàtọ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, ìyẹn Professor Akíntóyè. So both of them were working hand in hand because education was standard. Ẹni tó ṣe tán ní university lẹ́ni, tẹ́ bá ní kó wá kọ sentence pé kó jókòó kẹ ṣe interview fún ẹ má béèrè pé social fi wọ secondary school ni, even though ó sọ fún wa pé òun ti ṣetán university. The level of education has dropped drastically from the Unilag that you talk about to University of Ife, to University of Ibadan, to University of Ilorin, to any of the polytechnics across Yoruba land, or to drop. So most of the students are not capable for the world of today. They are not prepared. We're preparing for the world that is already here with us. Eshiwa 200 years behind. And fẹ́ni tó ti ṣetán ní university nìyẹn. Kàmáì tí wàá sọ àwọn tó ṣì wà ní primary school. Torí ẹni tó fẹ́ jáde láti primary school, ó jẹ́ kó ti brush it, kó ti prepare, kó tó máa lọ sínú the next stage of their life, which is what I'm going to be talking about this evening. So kọ́lọ́n kó foríjì ìyá wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. So the service of song will take place in Lagos State on the 24th of February. Take note of these days. The service of song fún ìyá wa Mrs. Julie Olúbùsọ́lá Akíntóyè. She was born in 1936. What a very good life she lived. We will have loved her to remain with us and live up to 102 years, 110 years, but that has not happened now. She's gone. But she lived a life that many of us, you okay?
Hungry.
Do you want me to make toast for you? What do you want to eat? It's a pizza in the freezer. So, so she died last year, and the wakekeeping will be in Ado-Ekiti on the 27th, which is 3 days after the service of song in Lagos State. The general service and the reception will take place in Ado-Ekiti as well the next day on the 28th, the funeral service. So Joto Masi Mama on the 28th of February. Lubosi, I'm not reading comments because I want to focus on the discussion. So, Emabino, and I'm also recording, but I can pick comment along the line. So that's about that, and I hope that will be well. Now, let's come to this briefly. I have dealt with the education part of this. So, Mukofilowa, the education. Low headline here. Independent. Okay, we'll go along. We are a nation with proud roots, independent Nigeria. We have suffered, and I don't want to stay long on this program. Unfortunately, 1 hour long, because I'm tired as well. I need to rest there. We shall go powerful technology. Okay. If you will really specify anything, education. Oh yes, Number 3, We shall revive and strengthen our education. Number 3. So we'll see if we continue. So that's page 27. So that because yellow man can you understanding in continue fair shalaye. Ala the koko ka enti baba so. Kabati kanti baba so then our jog be yewu. Pẹ̀lú enti èmi náà fẹ́ sọ lórí outcome of education. Yeah, that's it there. So kò tẹ̀ wá pọ̀ abala méjì péré ni so kò ń ṣe tá máa kà tó máa lọ for a very long time. This is what Baba Akintoye wrote in terms of Bashima revive education ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí kò ní pẹ́ ní kíákíá nígbà tí Yorùbá nation tó bá ti wá sí ìmúṣẹ ní kíákíá and tí kò dẹ̀ ní pẹ́ mọ́ like I said. But gbogbo wa ní role láti play. Role yẹn lèmi ń play tèmi. Mo pẹ́ yín náà máa play role tiyín náà. Ọlọ́run wá jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó dé ládé kí a lè ní country tiwa away from the current state of Nigeria. So let's read through quickly. We shall revive and strengthen our education. Education is the greatest enterprise of a modern Yoruba people. Emma Binu Mombo. Can you turn up the heater? Turn it out. Turn it out. What is your sister saying? Turn it out. And can you slow that TV a little bit, please? Education is the greatest enterprise of modern Yoruba people. From the coming of schools to West Africa in about 1840, the Yoruba led the rest of Africa in education. Free education. Get something to just snack on for now. Free education, which is what my own children are enjoying today. Free education paid by the tax from different individuals and companies that are in the United Kingdom. Free education. But is it just a free education without a standard? Or is it a free education plus inspection and standard? Ọ̀tọ̀ ni kó sọ pé nǹkan free. Ká kọ́kọ́ mọ́ lọ sí school. Kó má ní standard. That is where we are coming tonight. Because you can get something for free. Because most of you are getting Nigeria for free, but you are not even enjoying it. You are not enjoying what is free, because Nigeria is free. It's a free place. Everybody does everything that they wish to do. So even if they say to you, oh, do politics, it's free. But what is the advantage of that politics? Kí lẹ̀ ń rí jẹ nínú politics yẹn láti 1999. Ẹ̀rẹ́yìn àgbàlagbà, àtọmọdé, àtọbìnrin, àtọkùnrin. Kódà wọ́n lè offer àwọn ọmọ yín ní quality education láti 1995. Even when Tinubu was running Lagos State for 8 years. Ó gbé fún Fáṣọlá, ó gbé fún Ambode, Ọlámbọ̀dé lọ, ó gbé fún Sanwó-Olú, ó gbé fún Amosun, Gbénga Daniel, Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún, Ajímọ̀bí, ìyẹn ti kú ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ́n tiẹ̀ àti ikú ti gbóhùn lọ. Constituted authority. Ọ̀rọ̀ pa wọn ní kú mọ́. Akérédolú, ọgbàdànù, ìyàwó òfin gbéjọba sílẹ̀. Ọ̀tẹ̀ rántí pa Akérédolú wà láyé bó tẹ̀ wá sáyé rí. Ó ti gbàdànù. Ta ló tún kù nù wọn? Adélékè, wọ́n lé Oyèbánjí lọ, gbogbo wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ever since they've been giving you politics, have you asked for quality education? Ǹjẹ́ quality education dé àdúgbò yín? Because àdúgbò tèmi wà, gbogbo primary school tó wà níbẹ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ ni, but ó gbọ́dọ̀ tún ní standard. Kò ṣe pé a kò fún yín lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa, bring your children, just put them in the school, kẹ́yìn dẹ̀ máa lọ ká má bójú wẹ̀yìn pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ yẹn. This is where this organization wọ́n pè wọ́n ní Ofsted. Àwọn tó bá wà ní UK máa mọ tí mò ń sọ. Oscar Freddy Sarah Tango Echo Delta Ofsted. Because àwa tí a fẹ́ free education yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé free ni at least, but you buy the uniform, you buy the school shoes and all that, but it's free. Do you expect something that is free to be quality or quantity? Ǹjẹ́ o fẹ́ kí nǹkan tó ná pọ̀ free yẹn, ǹjẹ́ o sì fẹ́ pé kó wà quality àbí kó kọ̀ wà quantity? Quantity ni pé kó kọ̀ ya pọ̀, ẹ̀rí bá ṣe pọ̀ nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, but kò sí quality níbẹ̀. So Ofsted, mo ń wo ìjọ tó dá sílẹ̀ nílùú yìí, kódà mo ì tí lálàá pé mo ń bọ̀ ní London. As at the time tó dá Ofsted sílẹ̀, I was still in Abeokuta Grammar School. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó yẹ kọ́ ní kankan tó dá sílẹ̀ náà nígbà táwa náà wà ní secondary school tó jẹ́ kó wá máa vet pé school táwọn ọmọ yìí wà ṣé wọ́n ní toilet tó ti ń yàgbẹ́. Because nígbà táwa ní secondary school ó yẹ káwọn kan wá inspect pé ibi tá máa yàgbẹ́ sí ìgbẹ́ tó máa jáde nídìí, ó jẹ́ káwọn kan wá bá wa inspect it. That is part of the Ofsted. So báwo ló ṣe pass àwọn school yẹn gan? Báwo la ṣe mọ̀ pé quality school ni wọ́n? Ṣe rí pé a ti wà ní problem ti pẹ́ nílùú òfò yẹn. Classroom tá à ń jókòó sí, ǹjẹ́ ooru mú wa kí kankan kan máa fẹ́ lókè bíi fan kó máa dá pressure yẹn sílẹ̀ díẹ̀? Èmi ò rò pé mo rí fan rí nígbà tí mi wà ní secondary school. Ǹjẹ́ iná dénú school wa gan sef? I'm talking about Abeokuta Grammar School. Ìwọ náà lè máa sọ, ẹ lè máa comment pé school tèmi náà lọ, mo rò pé nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ yìí náà bí a ti ń dẹ̀ wá yàtọ̀. I am not talking about private school. Lower private school. Even though my mom could have sent us to a private school, but she refused to. So how did they grade all the schools nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Báwo la ṣe grade it? Àti pé what sector or what body ló wà in charge pé kó wá máa ṣe inspection? Because we are going to talk about inspection of the school. Táwọn ọmọ mi lọ. Remember that is a free school. But Ofsted that was founded in 1992 kémi tó dé Louis ni wọ́n ti dá sílẹ̀. I was probably in GSS. Ṣé mo wọlé 90? Mo lọ́wọ́ bí a mo fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ GS3 lọ ti dá sílẹ̀. Àṣé mi tún máa wá enjoy ẹ̀. Àṣé èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì màá tẹ̀tú wá enjoy tó dá sílẹ̀ ní 1992 látara pé school ọ̀fẹ́ táwọn ọmọ mi ń lọ, wọ́n lọ ṣe inspection fi bẹ́ẹ̀ láti lè confirm pé ṣé wọ́n wà up to standard àbí ká close it down. So most of the schools that gbogbo wa lọ pátá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, all those public school, báwo ló ṣe pass wọn? Àwọn kí ló fi grade tó fi sọ pé school yìí ó yẹ kó ṣì máa ṣiṣẹ́ àbó yẹ ká ti close it down completely? And you are now still telling me that country will work. Is that not a problem? Is that not something that we should be concerned about? Pé báwo ló ṣe grade gbogbo àwọn primary school yẹn, àwọn secondary school yẹn, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó máa operate, tí operation wọn ó wá affect each one of us one way or the other? regardless of whatever you kódà kó jẹ́ brilliant student ó máa affect in one way. Ó kò jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run dá àwa Yorùbá ó dá wa in the sense that pé a ti gba oríṣiríṣi ìgbàkúgbà sára. Ẹlòmíì ó start ọ́fíìsì kò ní standard ó yẹ kó shut it down. Ẹlòmíì oúnjẹ tó pọ̀ jẹ ó ní PTSD títí di bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Many things mo kàn try láti wo how I should put it. But yet interman sọ ni pé we survived it, we survived it. No, we never survived it. We were all fools to have accepted that nonsense. But àwọn tó yẹ kó jà fún wa àwọn bàbá tó wà níwájú ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ló jà fún àwọn eléyìí tí wọ́n fi lọ dá up because èmi ò mọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kó tó lọ found the Ofsted. The founder, the founder was the Parliament of the United Kingdom. Ìjọba ìlú ló founded. So who were the founder of the one that was meant to take care of us, but because the education was not meant to be for us. Because what expect to kódà what expect to pé kashiwa báyìí títí di wákàtí. Their expectation was that or is that pé ó jẹ́ kí ìran Yorùbá yìí ó yẹ kó ti parẹ́ tipẹ́, but Elédùmarè nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa, Ọlọ́run nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa, bó ṣe destroy education wa tó inú ẹ̀ láti máa ríyàn kó tó máa jáde tá a máa sọ pé wo bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń lọ yẹn orí ẹ̀ pé dé alájọ Ṣómólú. Gbogbo wa lórí wa pé but what destroy wa from top to bottom. Let's continue. So Ofsted, the full meaning is the Office for Standards in Education. Ofsted, the Office for Standard in Education, Children's Services and Skills is a non-ministerial department of His Majesty Government. Tọ́ba ní Majesty irúbi tí àwọn ọba Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ irúbi tó yẹ káwọn Aláàfin Àwùjalẹ̀ àwọn olóyè kọ́ máa jẹ́ bíi afẹ́kílẹ̀ Yorùbá kí education àwọn ọmọ wa kó máa top notch, but àwọn bá ti wà lábẹ́ ààbò àwọn politicians wọ́n ní agbára kankan mọ́, wọ́n lè pàṣẹ kí wọ́n dá wọn lóhùn, wọ́n lè pàṣẹ kó dá wọn lóhùn. Ọba ṣe máa lọ́bì a máa kúnlẹ̀ síwájú gọ́vnà ẹjọ́ gọ́vnà ẹjọ́ gọ́vnà ẹ̀rí títì yẹn ẹ̀rí skul yẹn. Ọba ṣe ń wá ẹni tó wà ní diaspora tó máa wá bá kan ṣíà ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Bọ̀ wọ́n ní nílùú yìí wọ́n ní yàtọ̀ sí pé parliament ni ó founded, but His Majesty Government reporting to the parliament. Ofsted. Àwọn ni wọ́n visit school àwọn ọmọ tèmi lọ láti lọ ṣe àbẹ̀yẹ̀wò fún wọn pé báwo lẹ ṣe ń ṣe níbí, ṣé àwọn ọmọ tó wà níbí báyìí ṣé standard ta ní kó wà yẹn náà ló ṣì wà àbó ti wà. Ǹjẹ́ rí gbogbo standard school ẹ Yorùbá lẹ́nu rubbish. Tọ́ba ní kó lọ mú standard tó ń lò nílùú yìí, tọ́ba ní kó lọ fi mú school kan jáde nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, gbogbo ẹ̀ máa fail. Èmi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Even some of your private as well. Tọ́ba ní kó mú standard ti UK, tọ́ba jù sínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé ẹ fún wa ní school kan níbẹ̀, every school we failed. I am sure. Because different things ló máa fi grade the school yẹn, and many things ló máa fi grade it kò lè sí standard yẹn níbẹ̀. And the fault of that is because we refuse to believe now that tabagba Yoruba country all this will be rectified. But àwọn kan ní no ẹ fi wálẹ̀ sínú standard yẹn ti tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn. How can you want to sit in that kind of standard? Ó máa ní conflict pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ yín tí àbáwọn family yín tẹjọ ní wọ́n wà lábroad. Àwọn ọmọ yín ò ní lè dé standard ibi tó wà láyé. And there will be inferior complex lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Ó dẹ̀ máa dá ìjà lẹ̀ nínú family. Ìjà gidi. Ní mo tó ń fàjà. ẹ kọ́ máa ṣàdúrà ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ wàhálà ṣe wá pọ̀ nù ẹbí yìí ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ àdúrà ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ ó yá gbóhùn sókè gbóhùn sókè. But the problem was the education. Education táwọn kan rí àwọn kan rí education yẹn torí owó ẹlòmíì ó ti drop out. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Free education started in 1955. As at the 1955, was the standard there? Was the quality there? Then what happened? Why did the quality drop? Why did the standard drop? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? What happened? And what do we need to do to revive that standard? What do we need to do to make sure that we can keep that standard? Ẹ má bínú mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀kan fún wa ní super chat. I didn't know whoever that was. I just saw it now. Ẹ má bínú kí má ní kí wa. I'm very sorry. I don't know whoever that is. But whoever you are, Ọlọ́run mọ̀ yín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Why did the standard drop? Ṣé àwọn Fúlàní ṣe deliberately in conjunction with Yoruba people? Àbí Yorùbá ló ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Because tẹ́ bá rántí pé standard tó ń lò nílẹ̀ north òun kọ́ ló ń lò ní south. Kí ló máa ń pè kíní yẹn? Ẹ rán mi létí. Wọ́n máa ń pè kíní kan àwọn ẹ mọ̀ pé standard tí wọ́n ní north wọ́n ní standard wọ́n lò. I can't remember whatever it's called. Ẹ bá mi fi sí mi comment section kí n pick it. You can see how the education system was damaged completely, purposely. What destroyed ilẹ̀ Yorùbá education wise. But látara ìnáwó ní látara ẹ̀kọ́ funfun quota system ẹ ṣe gan tí mo wá nìyẹn. Wọ́n fi quota system wọ́n fi kó gbogbo alómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ. Ọmọ Yorùbá máa ní 300 kò lè lọ sí Unilag torí 10 points. Ohun tó ń bọ̀ nílẹ̀ Haúsá ṣáàtẹ̀ máa bọ̀ lásán pé Haúsá nìyẹn which there is no Haúsá Fúlàní ní our Unilag. Wá wá gbé ọmọ Yorùbá lọ sí Bayero University ní North. Wọ́n níbẹ̀ ní cut off market lè wọlé sí. How many of you were affected by quota system? How many of us, bí akémi náà include ara mi, pé o kò ṣe pé o pass but ọmọ mo dẹ̀ mú eléyìí náà kó 5 points uni wo ni máa wọ̀ báyìí o ilé yóò gbé mi wọ Unilag bí akin wo Ìbàdàn Ìbàdàn náà ó lè wọ Ìbàdàn ó yá máa lọ sọ́nà Ìlọrin lọ́hùn Ìlọrin kẹ̀ wọ́n nígbẹ́ ó yá. And that quota system meant that a lot of Yoruba people migrated in tó gbé lómi dé north ni mò ń sọ fún yín o kò ṣe kó fẹ́ lọ gbé ní north o quota system ló jù láti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó jù lọ sọ́hún yẹn àgbà tó bá ní àbá tí ń bímọ tó bá ti sẹ́tù ibi tó wá níbi tí yẹn bá wà náà ni ṣèbí wọ́n Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo wa àṣà kì í ṣe wọ́n Nàìjíríà. The fraud has gone long and it is time that it stopped. Bó ṣe lè stop ní ká gba Yorùbá country. If you want to run more on Nigeria, you will not see what I will be reading next. I'm on like I said. So I'm going to push quickly. And I'm going to go straight reading without any interruption. Education is the greatest enterprise of the modern Yoruba people. From the coming of schools to West Africa in about 1840, the Yoruba led the rest of Africa in education. Free education started in 1955 in the Yoruba Western region, widening the gap very seriously. But since the independence of Nigeria in 1960, various factors have combined to rob the Yoruba gradually of their lead in the school enrollment and in the quality of education. rejection of education by those controlling the federal government of Nigeria resulted in low budgetary allocation for education. By about 2005, only about 6% of Nigeria budget was allocated to education. Remember that in some years of Chief Obafemi Awolowo in 1950, during the Western Region government, was allocating as much as 40% of the budget to education compared to 6% that the government of Nigeria was involved in the allocation. Remember too that UNESCO suggests that 26% allocation would be good average for education in any country. So we were not even on a full 26. We were not on half. We were probably just less than a quarter. 6% compared to 24% of the UNESCO. And now I understand why you come here, they'll tell you, go and start English lesson again. All over again. In most states of Yoruba Southwest, teacher salaries, owó tí ó jẹ kó san fún olùkọ́ nígbà tó bá kọ́mọ tán, were not being regularly paid. And I hope some of our teachers can come out and debunk that we are lying, that everything is fine now in each of the Yoruba states. But what's in some salary for you? The bad video me pàdé, if it's in the comment section. Morale was seriously lost among teachers. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa morale nínú inspection tí a máa review later ní ibiba. Schools were no longer receiving adequate teaching materials. My children material that they use in the school has been linked to their own portal. What the form of company portal? Àwọn ọmọ yẹn mọ password ara wọn, wọ́n kàn máa log in ní tàbá ti ní go and do your mathematics. A kàn lọ gbé iPad ẹ̀, a dẹ̀ typing pàápàá a dẹ̀ gbé jáde bó dẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe ó ń connect padà lọ sí school. Tó bá dijọ́ Monday, teacher máa rí gbogbo tó ṣe. And you want your children to stand with this one. No be juju be that. How do you want your own children? Tí mo sunkún lójoojúmọ́, tá à ń pariwo lójoojúmọ́, ó ní kí n shut up. How do your own children want to compete with these ones? How? Every database of the job that they will do has been linked to the school. Kódà ilé tó bá ní internet, wọ́n expect pé kọ́ máa lọ sí library. Èmi ò tẹ́ mọ̀ pé library máa ń ṣe ní Sunday nílùú yìí. I went to see my mom last week Sunday. On my way coming home, mo mọ tójú mi kọ́ gbà sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan mọ́. Library ṣì wà open at about 6 p.m. on a Sunday. Library is still open. Because wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ kan wà nínú ilé tí wọ́n poverty ti ṣe wọ́n léṣe, ìyá wọn ò lè ṣe internet. Wọ́n expect pé kọ́ máa lọ sí library kó lọ make use of the internet there and do the coursework or whatever they need to do from primary to secondary to university. How many library is across your doorstep? Níbi tó ń gbé ní local government. So the teachers were not receiving adequate teaching material. The school buildings were deteriorated. I'm a building me by. You would probably be asking, are you sure this is still a school? By about 2010, the massive unemployment among young graduates of schools, colleges, and Okay. Yeah. Almost. By the year 2010, the massive unemployment among young graduates of schools, colleges, and university was discouraging Yoruba parents about education. By that date in 2010, many schools of the Yoruba Southwest were no longer performing as well as schools in other parts of Nigeria in public examinations. School enrollment started falling. And when you come to school, so everybody started dropping out. Yeah, Lokoshe, Lotaja. And the whole of Yoruba land, everybody is now selling Worubo. Altogether, we Yoruba people have lost our leadership position in education in Nigeria. In our Orile-Ede Yoruba, this is where it is more interested for you to listen. The other one, Takaye, ìlú òfò ni ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kárí irú ẹ̀ nígbà tá a bá ti wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Kódà a ní láti ṣe máa tún náà fẹ́ compete pẹ̀lú bíbá ìlú ìlú máa gbé ọ yìí pé kí ló ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ń bẹ̀ yẹn òrè education wọn ìjà nìkan àwọn ọmọ wa padà lọ́lé báyìí kọ́ lọ́ máa kàwé nílé fáwọn tí lọ́jọ́ náà tí kò ní pẹ́ mọ́ ní bọ́dún ṣe ń lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀. In our Orile-Ede Yoruba, we would have excellent opportunities to take back our strength in education. Agbára wa padà, adapada sí the education sector. Because níbẹ̀ gangan ni àṣeyọrí wà. Àdánwò ní Nàìjíríà jẹ́ fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá when it comes to education. In general, we will make the right budgetary allocations for education. In the first few years, we will provide other funds for revamping the quality of the buildings. Tí a bá ń wo school nílùú yìí, tó bá wà níta tó ń wo school yẹn báyìí, nínú àdúgbò ìgbà ló tún kọ́ eléyìí. From the food to the gate to the security to everything, you will be asking yourself that, and this is a public school, not even a private school. We will elevate the teaching profession to its place as a noble profession. Gbogbo teacher tó wà nílùú yìí ló ní access tó ń lo brand new car. Èyí tó bá fẹ́ drive brand new car làwọn teacher ń lò. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń lo àlòkù jalopi because wọ́n ní salary. Òun ló máa wá decide pé ṣé mo fẹ́ lọ gbé brand new ni àbí máa lọ fowó mi ra tèmi tí màá dẹ̀ máa drive ẹ̀. Because the quality of the teacher is there. Are you not looking forward to such a country? I expect then kò jẹ́ ká máa pariwo tó tó yìí. Gbogbo ariwo tá à ń pa kò jẹ́ ká pa tó tó yìí. But it seems that the blockhead is just not getting the message that there is still one Nigeria that Tinubu will fix in the education sector. How? Àti pọ̀ jù. Èyí tó fẹ́ ṣe gan sẹ̀ wọ́n ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan ló ń ṣe sí. Can he give us 40% like in the 1950? Kọ́dà padà sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Can President Bola Tinubu give us that? I'm asking you. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe APC. Ṣé President Tinubu lè fún wa ní 40% in Yoruba land? Kọ́dà padà sí education. Kọ́dà make sure pé gbogbo owó yẹn is used for the purpose of education. Kọ́ máa jínú ẹ o. Kí teacher kọ́ máa wà náà fi ra lé sí London o. We will provide for renewed learning programs for teachers. Teacher gbọ́dọ̀ wọ́n máa ń pe kinní kan nígbà ní insect day. Tó bá ń gbọ́ insect day kò ń ṣàyàn. That means pé àwọn teacher ní àwọn ọjọ́ kan wà ní school oríṣiríṣi wọ́n ní different days. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn ò ní lọ sí school. Teacher á máa ṣèpàdé. Wọ́n ní parent day. Èmi ti lọ sí parent day káwọn ọmọ yẹn tó wọ school wọ́n ti ní ká wá. Kò sí school níjọ́ yẹn bọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wọṣọ school a lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n ti sọ táwọn ọmọ yẹn máa ṣe wọ́n ti sọ yìí tó need the extra support táàtú ní sanwó fún tó jẹ́ ọ̀fẹ́ That is after the school hour. Wọ́n máa ń pè ní school activities after the school. Tó fún wọn ní 1 hour. Ìgbà mi ìjọ mẹ́ta, ìjọ mẹ́rin, ìjọ méjì. We will celebrate a Teachers' Day annually. A gbọ́dọ̀ máa dúpẹ́ fáwọn teachers. We would establish performance contests among the schools in the public examination. Finally, we shall make all our students computer literate. We would assist our 4 oldest universities, Ibadan University, Obafemi Awolowo University, Lagos State University, Ilorin University, to rise quickly to the ranks of the highest and the best university in the UK University fún wa. Just come and study here. It's part of the first 10 university in the world. Àtàwé tó bá wá ṣe owó yẹn 40 million. Ibo láti máa rí 40 million yìí. Àbí ìrora wa bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó fi wá ṣe masters, àmọ́ wá £15,000. Tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé 1-to-1 ní sí òtẹ̀ ní worry. Ìlú àkọ́ máa kó 15,000 naira. Ó yẹ gbàjáre. Wàá kó fún wọn. Wọ́n kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Owó lẹ́ni is 2,000 plus. Mo send the £10 sílé ó fún mi ní 40. No, mo send the £20. Wọ́n fún mi ní 40,000 naira. But kò ní value níbi tí mo send ẹ lọ to depreciate. £20. Wọ́n send the 40,000 naira sí account nígbà tá a rí náírà nílé. And káwọn yẹn fún wa náírà fún wa náírà. So pounds ní bá tún rọra manage and send ẹ̀ padà sí ilé kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Nígbà tá a bá ní nǹkan tá a fi ṣe nílé. Kí èèyàn kan máa pè mí pé nídòwó o wò mí dáadáa tó bá pè mí máa sọ pé sorry ni. Èmi dẹ̀ mọ sorry yẹn ṣe nísìn sorry ni. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń support wa Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ó sú yín ẹ má jẹ́ kó sú yín. Torí pé iléeṣẹ́ yìí ó ní ìdìrànlọ́wọ́ tó pọ̀ kí a lè máa tẹ̀síwájú torí èèyàn méjì tá a pín owó yẹn fún nǹkan fífi ṣe ó ní value fún iléeṣẹ́ yìí kò ń ṣe pé àwọn náà fífi jẹun. Transport in Nigeria is quite expensive. Internet in Nigeria is quite expensive. Let's move swiftly. We will make technology a very emphatic feature of our whole educational system. We will strive to make our educational system and our educational institution rank among the best in the world. Èmi ò mọ̀ báwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ò ṣe like yẹn. And just to complete it, we shall have free education for our children to the higher school certificate. We shall then have tertiary educational loan system. Ṣé loan tí wọ́n ná fún àwọn student nísìnyí ṣé ẹ̀ ń rí gbà ṣá? Ẹ bá ń fi sí comment section. Loan tí government sì ní àwọn máa fún àwọn student pé kẹ́ fi kàwé. Ṣé wọ́n ti ń fún yín ní loan yẹn? Ṣé ó ti dọ́dọ̀ tiwọ́? Ṣé ó ti rí tiẹ̀ gbà? We shall create a vocational fund for short-term vocational career programs at home and abroad. Finally, we shall recreate a fund which our father Awolowo established in 1950, a fund from which our talented university students, if sent by their university or invited by their international organization to which they belong, will be able to participate abroad in all. Ó yẹ ká lọ máa ṣe tán pè ní exchange program. So wọ́n tó wà ní Baptist High School, Baptist Boys High School, ó yẹ kọ́kọ́ kó yín kẹ́ wá sí London kẹ́ ṣe exchange program kẹ́ tún padà lọ because ibẹ̀ yẹn wà okay. You okay? Now, all right. I'll soon finish now. Then we'll decide what to do. Bó ṣe jẹ́ kó rí nìyẹn. Ó yẹ kí a máa ṣe exchange program. Wàá gbá àwọn kan lọ láti ibì kan, ẹ lọ sí America, ẹ lọ sí Cuba, ẹ lè lọ ṣe 2 days, ẹ lè ṣe 1 week, ẹ lè ṣe 3 months, ẹ kàn tún padà sílé. That is if the country was working. Now, ibi báyìí gangan mo fẹ́ kẹ́ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́, okay? Eléyìí tí mo fẹ́ ká gangan, òun ni the important part of this program. In another 50 years, tá bá ṣì wà nínú ìlú òfò tá a dẹ̀ bá ti kúrò nínú ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run, nothing will change to the kind of standard. Timothy Kai. Nothing will change. This standard was put together after the inspection of the school. UK. After tí wọ́n ti lọ inspected, ẹ mọ̀ kí mo ti sọ fún yín pé àwọn kan ń pè wọ́n ní Ofsted. It's called the Office for Standard in Education, Children's Services and Skills. It's a non-ministerial department for His Majesty government reporting to the Parliament. So in toba bá ní school yẹn tí kò bá bá tó jí wọ́n sí school yẹn sọ pé òun máa ṣe. Then wọ́n report padà fún Parliament. Kò sí corruption, kò sí ẹ má bínú bẹ́ẹ̀, teacher ó yá ẹgbàá bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, kò sí gbogbo yẹn o. They go there, they inspect and they report back. And the deliver will come back to the school and say, no, this school can no longer exist because the standard is not working for the children. Let's go about it. The message that, and the funniest part is, every student was given this to take home to their parents. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní school yẹn pátá, imagine the printout of that. Ṣé àwọn school yín gbogbo àwọn primary school tó wà Nàìjíríà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé wọ́n ní printer nínú àwọn school yẹn ṣá? Lọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì gan ní printer nínú ilé báwo ni school wọn ṣe fi ní printer? Odindi school. Imagine a school in Yoruba land as of today does not have a printer, a photocopier machine. What an insult. The first thing they put there was still outstanding. Still outstanding. That means pé àwọn ṣì wà kò yẹ àwọn ṣì wà outstanding. Because what you want to inspect the school yẹn wọ́n rí pé yes ẹ lè lọ pariwo síta pé ẹ ṣì wà outstanding because quality tó fẹ́ ni wọ́n bá níbẹ̀. The kind of quality that they expect to be there was found there for the teacher, for the student, for the parent, for everybody. The environment, the air. Wàá máa lọ sí school láàárọ̀ báyìí. Kò tẹ̀ ṣe tàbá wọn àwọn ẹ̀ lọ́tọ́ lọ jẹ breakfast. As long as tó bá ti gbé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ dé school before 8:05. Mo mọ school bò mí o. Every school has different time. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ breakfast. Tó bá ti ju 8:05 lọ́wọ́ níjẹ́ kó wọlé. So what expect me between certain time to 8:05 tó bá ti lè mú àwọn ọmọ ẹdẹ nu school yẹn o tó ti wà lẹ́nu ọ̀nà. Bye. Yeah. Almost there. Almost. Just 5 minutes. I won't be long. 5 to minutes. Now let's go swiftly. This was the Ofsted inspection. Tawashi. One, as you are aware that there was an Ofsted inspection, Tawashi ni Bakon, and our previous inspection, Tosheni 2019, where we were graded. Last 2019, standard in your drop, Oshiwa ni the same place. Ṣé standard the primary school tó wà ládùúgbò ẹ ṣé standard yẹn remain the same láti 2019 àbótí roll over. Across all areas kò ń ṣe area kan lọ́wọ́ wọ́n wo different areas wọ́n ní across all areas gbogbo àdúgbò gbogbo ibi tó wò that standard hasn't changed. That standard hasn't changed. That standard hasn't changed. Everything fine. Now, let's move swiftly because of my time. Our recent inspection was to determine whether the school has taken effective action to maintain this outstanding standard identified at the previous inspection. Ǹjẹ́ àwọn kan tí wọ́n ní kó lọ ṣe nígbà yẹn ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ṣe recommendation yẹn? Now, kí ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá wá ṣe inspection? what happened during inspection with a question mark. Tàbá ń béèrè question ní Nàìjíríà pé ṣé nǹkan rọ́bà wọ́n ní you can't be asking other question. Àti rí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà nínú comment section èèyàn kan ní you are making jest of the primary school and I'm trying not ó yẹ kí n gbàsí fún yín but mo kàn fi ṣe tọmọlúàbí lálẹ́ for that stupid comment. Ṣé school òfò tó wà ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà lẹ́nìí là ń make jest of ṣé school àwọn yẹn àbíkọ́ náà jẹ́ agbádùn èèyàn kan ti comment bẹ́ẹ̀. And I know that some of you come here just to come and whine us. Ṣé tí mo sọ nísìn ṣé standard ti yín ṣé almost standard ti àwọn tó wà ní Kenya. Ibi tẹ́tí bá mọ̀ pé tá a bá ń sọ yes tá à ń lọ báyìí àtúmọ̀ rẹ̀ tó máa sọ pé yá ọ̀nà ìyá rẹ̀ jẹ́ ká lọ ìyẹn là ṣe tí ìgbà Yorùbá nation. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ standard wọ́n ní mi make a jest of primary school ṣe rí pé tó ti bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn àwọn ọmọ ò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Bomb bastard all over the place. What happened during inspection? Kí ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ during inspection? It was thorough and detailed inspection of the school where Ofsted, mo ti sọ meaning Ofsted fún yín, gbogbo England àti Wales àti Scotland, mo àmọ́ bí i Scotland ń lo Ofsted. That Ofsted is very unique, it's very important. The Ofsted means that things has to be put in place, measures has to be put in place. If that measure is not there, there's no point having the school. You might as well just close the school. Wọ́n bá teacher sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n bá governor sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n bá àwọn student sọ̀rọ̀. Kódà wọ́n ní àwọn student wọn spoke and did a brilliant job to represent iléèwé yẹn. We are incredibly proud of them. Ṣé school tí wọ́n rí lójoojúmọ́ ládùúgbò ẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n gan wà proud of that school? Tó rí ládùúgbò ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lédè. Are you proud of that schools? Àbí òun wáìnà rẹ̀? We are incredibly proud of them. Not only that, the inspector tẹ́lẹ̀ fún ní bribe. Ó yá ẹgbàá bribe ń bẹ̀ yẹn, ó yá fi sọ́wọ́ àpò. Ẹ̀tọ́ náà wá ṣòwò rẹ̀ káàkiri nísìn látara pé ó ní òun rí ibi tọ́lọ́pàá ń gba bribe. Ọmọ wa kan lọ́nà Badagry ọlọ́run yọ ó lọ rìkọ́dì àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó ń gba bribe bó ṣe lọ rí nìyẹn. Ìgbà tí tó náà kọ́kọ́ fún òun ó ní òun tẹ̀ mọ́bi tóun wà wọ́n gbé dé station o. Ọlá pé ẹni tó bá ní station ìyá kan tó bá ní station ìyẹn lọ sí church ẹ̀ àbí bí i church kan náà lọ́jọ́ ń lọ in to help ẹ̀ nìyẹn but ó sì fi 15,000 naira ó fi gbára. Kí làwọn kan tó inspect tó observe? It was variety of things. Lessons across the school yẹn ni priority. Ṣé lesson tó ń fún àwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣó wà standard? Àbáwọn ọmọ yẹn kọ́ lọ ń ṣeré tó máa padà wálé tó máa náà ti lọ sí school. Ìyẹn kan. Lunch oúnjẹ tó ń jẹ wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ taste ẹ̀ pé oúnjẹ yẹn wà up to the standard. Kò ń ṣe pé torí pé school jọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kẹwàá máa fún ọ lóúnjẹ chakala chokolo lóòótọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìlú yìí máa ń ṣakọ. Tó bá ní what did you eat? I don't like that. Ó wá lọ́wọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀wà tẹ́mi máa ń mu tó bá ṣẹ̀wà tán. Àwọn ìyá yẹn ṣe wàá bú omi wàá bulẹ̀ gbogbo. Àwọn wọ́n dà kí ló dé tẹ ṣe fomi làbáyé. Ẹ̀wà mélòó la máa rí nílò wọ́n á ní kẹ́ fi gàrí sí kó sókè. Ẹ̀rí bá ṣe ń jìyà. Standard ta bá jáde ní secondary school nìyẹn. Ìlú òfò. Don't bastard country. Assembly táwọn ọmọ ti ń ṣeré wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹsẹ̀ kọ́ níbẹ̀ gbogbo tí yẹ kí safety wà wọ́n ti fi wọ́n máa wò kàn mí báyìí pé kí ló dé tó wàá ṣe àwọn ti pẹ́ fún safety ọmọ kékeré níbi tó ti ń sáré gbùrùgbùrùgbùrù ó lè lọ forí gbá nǹkan so wọ́n ti fi cushion wọ́n ti fi protect gbogbo bẹ̀ ilẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà á máa bounce báyìí wọ́n máa gbà kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí bíbáyìí torí pé wọ́n tọ́mọ̀ kó tọ́mọ̀ ẹ bá ṣubú nǹkan kan gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe standard tó o bá jẹ́ ká gba Yorùbá country gbogbo eléyìí tí mo ń ká yìí bó ṣe máa gbọ́ ní títí nìyẹn àní torí tiyín tí a bá torí tiyín àní gba country tá a bá torí tiyín country yẹn ò ní dé yẹn la ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ mo ní tí ẹ bá fún wa ní country yẹn àfipá jálẹ̀kùn àfi lọ sí the other side ó kù díẹ̀ ó kù díẹ̀ ni mo sọ ẹ̀rọ bá ń ṣeré. We wanted the inspector to see as much as possible. Inspector lọ síbi tó bá fẹ́ lọ kò sẹ́ni tó máa block ẹ torí pé ọkàn wọn balẹ̀ pé tó bá lọ síbi tó fẹ́ lọ yẹn everywhere is clean. bó jẹ́ Nàìjíríà ni ẹ má gbàgbẹ́ yẹn ẹ má ṣílẹ̀kùn bẹ̀ yẹn wá block ẹ. Now how did we do? Tàbá béèrè pé báwo ni gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ṣe ń lọ sí nísìn the government is going very well. Ìjọba yìí ń lọ bó ṣe jẹ́ kó lọ. Irọ́ ń parọ́ fún irọ́. Wọ́n ti fi irọ́ wọ́n ti fi bòǹbàdà yé wa. Àtẹ̀wá mọ̀ òtítọ́ táwa ń sọ òtítọ́ níta àwọn kan irọ́ náà là ń pa. Irọ́ náà ló pa. Because more difference between lies and the truth. Torí pé inú irọ́ lẹ ti gbé for a very long time. Inú darkness lẹ wà. For a very long time, we were all living in the darkness. Our comfort ráyè jáde ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. We are delighted. Inú wọn dùn pé we are delighted to tell you that ilé-ìwé yo is still considered outstanding. Outstanding. Is Nigeria outstanding? So 64 years kò tí jẹ́ kó wà standard. Epo wà níbẹ̀, omi wà níbẹ̀, ilẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀, àwọn náà ti náà wọ́n náà wọ́n ní ilẹ̀ kọ́ mú ilẹ̀ wọn dání kọ́ bá wọn máa ṣe àwọn fan tó máa ń yí yẹn tó máa fi ń generate iná àwọn nílẹ̀ káwa náà máa ṣe tàbá lè ṣe ẹwà àwọn ògbóni mo rí tán ní Tinubu ń bá àwọn ògbóni sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn Abacha pa Kẹsàrò wíwá ní 1995 ìlú òfò ní Nàìjíríà sẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹja wọ̀ lè pẹ́já wọ́n destroy gbogbo ògbóni yẹn ẹ máa wọ́ndà pé ṣé níbà ni epo tó ń jáde tó fi ń rán ní Nàìjíríà ibẹ̀ ló ti ń jáde ó yẹ kó finance everywhere ni wàláì but nítorí pé a fẹ́ finance everywhere a fẹ́ ṣe bí tọmọlúàbí ṣé ló bá wà nìkan làwọn ìpẹ́ẹ́n ni ògbóni area yẹn wọ́n destroy gbogbo riverine wọn ò lè lọ sínú sea kọ́mọ ẹja jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ crude oil ti destroy gbogbo ẹ̀. Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ lówó ti ń jáde tó fi ń ràn Nàìjíríà ṣe ó yẹ káwọn yẹn finá iná ó yẹ kó finá sí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó blow down everywhere kó bàjẹ́. Telling lies to ourselves, no standard, nothing seems to be working for the last 64 years. Ìyẹn lẹ́wọ́n ní káwọn àjókòó tì ká máa nurse àbí à ń bọ̀. Now ká move quickly tí wọ́n àwọn láti jẹun jàre. Wọ́n wá ní. We are especially proud of the following quotes. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé quotes lóríṣiríṣi láti gbọ́? Nigeria is a mere geographical location. Ara quote kan nìyẹn. Tafawa Balewa sọ, Nnamdi Azikiwe sọ, Baba Awolowo sọ, àwọn tó wà nísìn náà sọ pé Nigeria yìí tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí kò ń jẹ́ country. Nigeria is not a country. Àfi tàbí àwọn parọ́ fúnra wa. But alẹ́ kìírọ́. Ń bọ̀. Irọ́ yẹn òun la nífẹ̀ẹ́ jù ẹ jẹ́ lọ sọ́dọ̀ ICTV tó ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ mo ti lè sáré mú fídíò yẹn jáde. Irọ́ yẹn I like it. Instead of us to say okay I ti try Nigeria yìí ó fail everybody no ẹ jẹ́ ká sì gbìyànjú díẹ̀ sí ó ṣeé ṣe kó sì máa work ṣe rí pé irọ́ nìyẹn mo bọ̀ irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù.
January 20.
Agitation. It is the light open the whole of Nigeria to ransom.
At Yorubas are there.
Ẹja gbọ́ brother na ICTV.
Yorubas own all everything in Kwara State. They allow them to settle down, to graze their animals and all these things. Now they are claiming. No. You can see that we are seriously in danger in Nigeria now. Yorubas.
Issues on this matter. The first foundation to lay is that.
And tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, brother wa, bàbá wa, ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, Dr. Fakpowuda, ẹ̀gbọ́n tí bàbá yìí sọ. Mo ti fẹ́ lo fídíò yìí, but I've been busy to come together and present that program. Mo ti gbọ́ fídíò wọn yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́.
Nigeria is not a united country despite all its pretenses. We are not South since 1914. It has not changed.
Mm-hmm.
The North, at the flip of a switch, they are able to shout Northern interest. The Southerners are laid back, hoping that, oh, we are civilized. We don't want to talk about tribalism.
Okay.
Tribalism is at play. We are pretentious about this matter.
Look,
the North has taken us for a ride for too long.
okay.
They foisted federal character on Nigeria over 40 years. They foisted quota system over Nigeria over 40 years.
Kí ni mo ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan? Quota system, fraud. They force it on us. Federal character, quota system. Ó bayé jẹ́, ó bọ̀run jẹ́, ó bà nǹkan jẹ́. Àwa ni kájọ kúrò nínú ẹ̀ náà. Èèyàn kan jó ní sọ kábàkábà. Ó dé dey make a jest of the sepam. Ṣé school ni tẹ́ni Nàìjíríà yẹn? Àbí kọ́lọ́njà gbádùn.
Over Nigeria over 40 years. Have they benefited from it? Only the tiny clique in the North is only the opening to ransom. It's enough time for Nigeria to wake up. We are not together, not close out. Now they are talking the elite, the few elite in the North. Like if the bottle is being removed from their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Now what they are doing, they are shouting, they are forming a group now. Leader of Northern Democrats.
Just.
The governor Bashir was talking. They won't be able to pay salaries again. They won't be able to do that. Look, the North has damaged Nigeria fundamentally with this attitude. Who are the Nigerians who are now dying now? They are Southerners. The South invested in education massively in the 50s and the 60s.
Is that not what we are talking here? Hold on. Is that not exactly what I have just read there? Gbogbo àwọn bàbá yìí náà ló mọ̀. Ibi tí mo kà tán nísìnyí yẹn, education. Kò sí standard ní everywhere nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ìwọ wá ní ká sì wà nínú Nàìjíríà. Ara ò tẹ̀ fíẹ́. Because ìwọ wà òkè tí wà l'Amẹ́ríkà. Ìwọ náà tó jápa tí wà l'Amẹ́ríkà. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá kí ní àwọn ẹ̀kí lọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ń disturb wa lórí social media. Ó fi máa gbọ́rọ̀ okó àtòbò nìkan àbí? Ó fi máa lọ sí dating chat. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìran wa pé àwọn èèyàn wọ̀ ní education kò dùn yín kò ká yín lára. Àwọn tó máa pa yín wọ́n ń bọ̀ nílé. Wọ́n wà nílé tó máa pa yín. But àwọn ò fi dúró dè yẹn ni. Ó yẹ ká fi gbogbo yín diaspora kankan sílẹ̀ kẹ́ padà lọ sílé kọ́ pa yín dànù. Parí dànù àwọn tí ẹ jẹ́ kọ́ ní education tẹ́yìn fún àwọn ọmọ ilé education ní dúró náà ni. Who's that? Okay. Talk to I'm coming. I'm finishing. Ó yẹ ká fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ kọ́ pa yín ni but àfẹ́ ṣe yẹn torí pé àwọn tó bá wà educated mindset wọn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ni wá pààyàn nítorí mobile phone wọ́n ṣe yẹn náà ní UK o. Ó yẹ ká fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ kọ́ pa gbogbo yín dànù ni. Kò ń ṣẹ́yìn tiwa tẹ́ support Yorùbá nation náà. Ẹ̀tẹ̀ máa ń fẹnu jáwáyà òfò kẹ́ máa misquote mi wọ́n pọ̀ ní diaspora orí wọn ti sán. Yorùbá nation wọn náà sọ wọ́n fi jókòó máa wo Yorùbá movie wọ́n wo Yorùbá movie tọ́ọ̀lì ilé tó kọ́ sí ìlú wọn wọ́n lè lọ gbé níbẹ̀. Wo Yorùbá movie lórí YouTube àbí wo Yorùbá movie lórí Netflix ìyẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá fake life táwọn yẹn produce fún gbogbo wa àwọn Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé àbí ṣé Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé lè lọ gbé nílùú ẹ̀ continuously for the next 1 year nínú ọdún yìí kó má lọ sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń gbé àwọn náà gbọ́n gbogbo wọn ti relocate sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bloody bomb bastard all over the place. They wrap up programming ti pẹ́ lórí ẹ̀.
In the 50s and the 60s, the products now have been driven out of Nigeria. Can you find the Fulani man in London or in New York?
Níbo?
Practicing price engineering.
Àbí
In Yoruba, the both Southerners that are marginalized.
Okay.
It's time to call the bluff of the North.
Call the bluff off.
Because we may support what Tinubu is doing, but we have to converse about Nigeria. Nigeria is nowhere pretentious.
Pretentious.
Let's go to the brass tacks. That's why we are calling for regionalization.
Àwọn ẹ̀sìn ìpè fún regional.
The North
Don't
is
waste time.
separate from the South. That's
Okay.
not the truth.
Okay.
That's not the truth. Unless we are deceiving ourselves. There are many issues about the tax reform. Look, the president is not
let's just come here and finish it up. We are especially proud of the following quotes. Àwọn ọmọ wọn will receive exceptional education of the school. Behavior, ìwà, is exemplary. àwọn ọmọ wọn, àwọn students wọn, wọ́n wà highly motivated because nígbà tó bá ti jẹ breakfast láàárọ̀ orí ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ pé nígbà tó bá sọ pé 1+1 ó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé 2 ni. Ọmọ tó jẹun kúrò ní school tó jẹun kúrò nílé kò jẹun nínú school ẹ wá ní 1+1 á máa sọ pé 5 because ojú ẹ̀ á máa rí oríṣiríṣi. Tó bá ń kọ̀ǹkan sínú blackboard ojú ẹ̀ ti go blank kò rí kankan torí kò tí ì jẹun kò dẹ̀ lè sọ fún títà pé òun ò tí ì jẹun wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní school láràárọ̀ títà wa máa nà ọ̀gá 1+1 mo kọ́ ẹ lánàá mọ́ àlè 1+1 1+1 what is 1+1 and 4 ẹ nà lórí abuse ìyẹn ló fẹ́ káwa jókòó sí mo ní a máa fìpá já ilẹ̀kùn yẹn nígbà tó bá tó àsìkò ṣẹ̀rí lẹ́kùn tá à ń sẹ́pẹ́ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká rọra ṣí tẹ́ ẹ̀gbà yẹn ìpá la máa fi já gbẹ̀yìn èmi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró ẹ má jẹ́ ká yanjú kínní ní sòbésòbé kẹ máa rò pé nìkan tẹ́lẹ̀ fi máa ga gbogbo wa pé mo ní gbogbo àwa ta fẹ́ kú pọ̀ ẹ̀ ní soríire bomb bastard àwọn tó fẹ́ kú lọ ní àwọn iṣẹ́ Yorùbá ní ṣagiri àwa ta fẹ́ kú pọ̀ ẹ̀ ní soríire mo sọ fún yín bomb bastard ó kù díẹ̀ kí a máa jẹ ọmọ Yorùbá kó má fi yín lára kẹ máa wà sympathetic bomb bastard all over the place ó kù díẹ̀ ẹ̀yin olówó ẹ̀yin kẹlẹ̀ àwọn yẹn tó ṣe pé àwọn yẹn máa tẹ̀ máa pé táwọn ilé òtẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n ṣe birthday máa dàgbàdà òfò kiri àbí we are all in danger wọ́n rí terrorists ní Ọ̀ṣun state wọ́n rí terrorists ní Ọ̀yọ́ state Governor Ṣèyí Mákindé sọ pé 2 kilometres làwọn people ìfisúnmọ́ wọn àbí ara òfin ẹ wà sympathetic pé báwo ni lẹ́tọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká call the bluff and get the hell out of àwọn ti sílẹ̀ àwọn lórí burúkú wọ́n fà wá sẹ́yìn àwọn ò níbi táwọn lọ àlìmájìrì ni wọ́n wá sọ gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dé àlìmájìrì ẹ rí 5,000 fẹ́ fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀ mo wá ṣe mọ̀ pé reason táwọn ṣe lọ ń ṣe ó pè yẹn ni pé wọ́n náà máa fi ń gba 2,000 ni mẹ́wàá ti ṣe wá ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ kí tó get more angry ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ. wọ́n ní purpose táwọn èèyàn fi ń ṣí ó pè ní pé kọ́kọ́ fi gba 2,000 ẹ ní 2,000 mẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ bá mi send because wọ́n yà pé ó pè to ó pè wọ́n ń jáwó wàá send owó sẹ́lòmíì wọ́n á náà ti yọ 50 naira wọ́n máa pé kí ló wà ní fi ẹ má jẹ́ kó yọ 50 naira orí ẹ̀. ẹ jẹ́ ká yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kára yanjú ẹ̀ ní tọmọlúàbí ṣẹlẹ̀ ní politicians yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ́mọlúàbí ẹ ká cut the bluff of the north ká sọ fún wọn pé lórí burúkú ni wọ́n ká cut wọn out ká gba country wa ká ṣe rally ẹ náà fẹ́ rally àwa ní rally la máa ṣe lágbára àdẹ lè jà ọ̀lẹ́ ni wá but ẹni tó fẹ́ kú ó ti pàdé ẹni tó máa pa òun lọ́rọ̀ tó wà lẹ̀ ok mo ní orí social media kọ́ láti máa gba Yorùbá nation gbogbo eléyìí tá a ṣe à ń dẹnu ni àtẹ̀mí àtẹ̀yìn gbogbo à ń dẹnu nígbà tásìkò bá tó sórí ìwọ tó ń wó mi yẹn náà wàá ra tíkẹ̀tì wàá máa lọ lé mi kíákíá pé in tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ tó kó ṣẹlẹ̀ ikú máa pààyàn náà níbi tó bá wà náà ni ikú gbọ́dọ̀ pààyàn níjọ́ kan ṣẹ̀rí fí àti gbogbo wa àtẹ̀yìn tó wà lábroad àtẹ̀mí tí wọ́n á bíbà àtẹ̀yìn tó wà lábroad àìtí rẹ̀ẹ́dì tí gbogbo wa bá rẹ́dì dáadáa à lọ lé a lọ sọ fún wọn pé enough is enough of this àgbàmọ́ ilẹ̀ wa ní náà UK ló nílẹ̀ ni ṣé America ló nílẹ̀ ni àwọn kọ́ ló nílẹ̀ torí pé àwa kan náà ṣì wà comfortable ìgbóhùn ni ní àbá jẹun tán nísìn olùwàjókòó á sùn lọ ẹ̀ á ṣì wà comfortable ni but ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ẹ̀yin lẹ́nu the bulk of the problem ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹ̀ máa ń parọ́ fún yín diaspora tó máa wá 1% ni o bàbá white kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ bàbá yẹn pè mí ó ní Koiki ìjọ tẹ bá ti mú date lòun ra ticket òun padà lọ sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹni máa kú pàdé ẹni tó fi pa á làwọn kan sẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá white pè mí ó ní òun máa ra ticket òun padà lọ sílé irú àwọn action tẹ́mi fẹ́ nìyẹn no let's go. Ìgbòho nìkan ní kó lọ́lé àbí ẹ̀rọ ń bọ̀. Ìgbòho jókòó sí Germany máa gbàgbà yí ẹ̀. Tó bá yá ẹ lọ ẹ jáde lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ lógúnlógún in 10 million fold. Káwá wo bí a Tinubu máa pa gbogbo wa pé à ń béèrè fẹ́tọ̀ wa. Ṣé òun ò sá lọ nígbà tó fẹ́ pa òun náà? Òun ò ṣe dúró pápá, kò ṣe dúró kábàtà pa torí kò fẹ́ kú. Tó dẹ̀ ti gbádùn, ti ṣe gọ́vnà, ó ti ṣe president, kí ló tún kù? Ẹ fọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ lójú kálukú máa lọ. Ìtàn sọ nìyẹn, ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lẹ fẹ́ ẹja fi lébẹ̀. Koikimedia bringing the work closer to them. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ kan sí, I gotta go now. Wọ́n lọ tẹ́jọ́ ọmọ mi. Bye for now.